Good evening, and welcome to Weird-O-Rama. I am your host, Victor von Psychotron, and all of us at Weird-O-Rama will always strive to bring you the creepy, the strange,
John Forsythe,
and of course the weird.
I need you tonight.
We are here at DeadCon in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Sure to be a good time, and you are here just in time for our Christmas Weird-tacular, where I'll be showing you all sorts of strange and weird, and yes, creepy things from the world of Christmas time, and winter, and New Year's Eve, and things like that. The whole holiday season, really. So, lock all of your doors and windows, turn off all of your lights, sit back, have a cup of tea, or eggnog, if you prefer, and enjoy our Christmas Weird-tacular.
why did I? Why did I? Why? I can't remember. I can't remember. I've got it. Post early for Christmas. That was it. Post early for Christmas. Must get a move on. Parcels and packets by the 18th. Letters and cards by the 20th. Post early for Christmas. Parcels and packets by the 18th. Letters and cards by the 20th. Post early for Christmas. Post early for Christmas. Must be in time. Mustn't be late. Must be in time. Mustn't be late. Post early for Christmas. 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 Parcels by December the 18th. Letters by December the 20th.
You know Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen, Comet and Cupid and Donner and Blitzen. But do you recall the most famous reindeer of all? Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows. All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names. They never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer games. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Then how the reindeer loved him as they shouted out with glee, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, you'll go down in history.
'Twas the day before Christmas, and all through the hills the reindeer were playing, enjoying the spills of skating and coasting and climbing the willows and hopscotch and leapfrog, protected pillows.
Look, fellas, it's Rudolph. His nose is a sight. It's red as a beet. Twice as big and twice as bright. Looky, I'm Rudolph.
Poor Rudolph. Where most reindeers' noses are brownish and tiny, Rudolph's was red, very large, and quite shiny.
Rudolph! Go on home, Red-Nose. Your mama's calling you.
Come, Rudolph. Tonight you hang up your stocking.
as big, twice as bright.
While way, way up north on this dark, foggy night, awaiting the time for his Christmas Eve flight, good old Santa.
This fog will be hard to get through. Quick, get hitched in a hurry. Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, Blitzer. Right-o! To keep our direction, we'll have to fly low. Foggy, the night dark and drear when Santa arrived at the home of the deer. But all this took time and filled Santa with gloom, while slowly he groped toward the next reindeer's room. The lamp wasn't burning. The glow came instead from Rudolph's red nose at the head of the bed. And then came the greatest idea in all history. So Rudolph is told of the dark and delay the fog. I need you tonight to lead all my deer on the rest of our flight.
Dear Mommy and Daddy, I have gone to help Santa. Don't worry. Rudolph, that's me.
Hurry, Rudolph. It's very dark here.
With Rudolph's red nose as a wonderful light, old Santa flew quickly the rest of the night. So fast that before it was day, the very last present was given away.
Hear ye, a message from Rudolph.
Yes, they'd found Rudolph's message. It's all over town.
Hear ye, Rudolph at the stadium. Come on, come on.
Bad deer who used to do nothing but tease him? Well, now they'd do anything only to please him.
Rudolph, my boy, they'll envy you now, far and near. For no greater honor can come to a deer than riding with Santa and guiding my sleigh. The #1 job on the #1 day. I hope you'll continue to keep us from grief. I hereby appoint you Commander-in-Chief.
And Rudolph just blushed from his head to his toes until his whole fur was as red as his nose.
all. And to all a good night.
Then how the reindeer loved him as they shouted out with glee. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history.
Whenever the weatherman says there's snow on them thar hills, over 500,000 active sport fans start off with the mountain slopes to take part in America's fastest growing winter recreation, skiing, the ancient sport of the Vikings brought up to date. Today's skiing, or call it sheeing if you like, takes advantage of the latest wrinkles in transportation, the tow rope, the ski lift, and the luxurious tramway, uphill in comfort, and one last easy breath, and then to the slopes on slender slivers of hickory, ash, or maple. No armchair sport is this, but a red-blooded sport that calls for coordination, rhythm, balance, and nerve. A sport so fast that even the smart, colorful fashions of the skier are designed for streamlined action, allowing for easy movement, comfort, and warmth, protection from fighting winds and flying snow. It's downhill all the way, and old man gravity does the work, sending the crouching snowbirds into a world of their own, across wide and unbroken fields of snow into a winter fairyland. Tricky turns and jumps at high speed, maneuvers called by names in the special language of the skier. Christies, Telmarks, and Galenda sprungs, each to be mastered before the amateur can initiate the slick perfection of the profession. Every foot of the mountainside sends up a challenge to these daring young men and women on the flying skis. The beginner soon learns to take a sitz mark just as a part of the game. Here's an outdoor sport that's reaching an amazing peak of interest in America today. The lure of split-second thrills and the invigorating mountain air is too strong to resist for those who want action or want to watch it. And the skier will tell you there's nothing quite like the heady feeling that comes with a day on the trail. A day of healthful battle with the elements and friendly companionship of others who take delight in this breathtaking winter recreation. More and more, the skier looks for the right kind of clothing. Trousers that allow freedom of action. Tailored jackets that hug the body and give free play to every movement of arm and body. For dressing practically as well as smartly is an important part of getting the most out of skiing pleasure. And down they go with the speed of the wind, every nerve and muscle tense and alert. Taking the turns and jumps and the glides as they come, meeting every situation with the ease of a bird on the wing. And for those lion-hearted fans who look to even greater adventures, there's always the ski jump, call it folly if you will, but it's one of the biggest thrills in the history of sport. Waxed runners taking off into space. And now a double jump in perfect unison, a pair of human birds in flight, a thrill to make all other sports seem languid by comparison. Pass this examination, and you can go to the head of the class. Today, the appeal of cross-country skiing is just as strong with the all-American girl. She's taken up the sport with typical feminine enthusiasm, learning the ABCs of gliding on the snow. She rounds the turn, a beautiful sight on a beautiful day, and sometimes she stands up, and then once in a great while, well, of course, she doesn't. Now, don't spoil the nice things I've been saying about you. Oh, there's another one coming a cropper. But it's a nice day anyways. What's the matter, little girl? It's the skis are supposed to keep on the snow. Well, little girls, you've had a busy day. The world of winter sports moves on against a rich background of color. Color blending the attractive designs of Saucony skating and skiing costumes, and even the snowman knows that easy freedom of movement and protection in every rigorous phase of sport is important to the active girl of today. Good clothes and good equipment all add to the good times of skiing and skating pleasures. Here's what the best-dressed girls on skis will be wearing. Warmth without weight outfits of fully weatherproof gabardine and poplin. And every pocket equipped with zippers to protect those precious odds and ends that only a girl can carry. Every one a practical outfit, with matching colors and ribbed waistbands and cuffs. Costumes like these and a complete color selection to set off the loveliness of blonde, brunette, or redhead. And this jacket's a complete weekend skiing wardrobe in itself. Little lady, show us how it reverses and changes its colors. Every detail on both sides is identical. And that means you've got something there that'll put you one step ahead in changing off and varying your skiing wardrobe. That outfit will take you places in plain and fancy stemming, to say nothing about a bit of Langloff or Don't You Follow Me. At any rate, you'll go places in that costume. It's designed for real action in the roughest kind of wear. Longer ski jackets like this are the newest note. They're practical and comfortable for active skiing. Nothing clumsy as the rule. Instead, a sleek fitted look. There's an elastic in back to hold the waistline and to pull in the fullness of the jacket when a girl wears a heavy sweater underneath. And here's one with tricky yet practical features. Padded shoulders that won't let the skis slip off when there's no man around to help a girl carry them. And there are buttons on the back of the trousers to keep the short jacket and trousers together. If and when you do fall, and you may, no snow sneaks inside. Note the gloves and sweater. They're particularly colorful accessories, hand-fashioned by Saucony with the finest yarns. These costumes have an inner cuff in the sleeve to guard against wind and snow. And the printed poplin lining is not only good-looking, but also a safeguard against biting winter winds. And look at these tailored downhill trousers. They're tapered to the ankles with a permanent crease, giving a slimming line and eliminating uncomfortable bulkiness at the boot top. That streamlining helps the skier to assume the correct skiing position. And for a day filled with going uphill and down, there's nothing like a poplin jacket. Light in weight, yet made to resist wind, snow, and cold. And there's always room for an extra sweater whenever the thermometer takes a sudden drop. And what do you have to offer in high skiing fashion? Another jacket, of course. It's poplin, too. Very warm, you'll find it, and yet light enough in weight that after an hour or two of real skiing, when your blood's circulating from a 40-mile-an-hour dash. That's right. Tell us all about the Saucony accessories you can add to that jacket to vary your costume from time to time. Another sweater or change of shirt as the mood strikes you. And talking about your shirt, let's look at it. It's all wool, soft as a snowbank, colorful and attractive. In fact, it's just what you need. And while we're at it, let's take a good look at the waistlines of those ski pants. They're built up for comfortable skiing when jackets become too warm. Well, now that the girls are all set for skiing, let's see what's going on here at the skating rink. Here, too, we'll find the ladies. For ice skating, like skiing, increases in interest with each passing year. Last year, over 40 million admissions were paid at rinks alone. Add to that the many more millions who find their skating pleasure on local lakes and ponds, and you get an idea that ice skating has come into its own as a big-time sport. And the ladies this year will have just the thing to wear on ice. The newest and smartest ballerina designs in skating costumes. Practical and colorful Saucony costumes for both outdoor and indoor rinks. Technically speaking, skating costumes like these are fashioned of flannel, quilted poplin, or shirred knitted jersey, all of which simply means that these are not only practical outfits, but very becoming as well. This year, the girls who take to the ice will find that the skirts are shorter, knee-high, and they're high-waisted, too. They don't pull up, tighten, or bind, but they give free action in any maneuver. And don't be so coy about showing that lining. It's poplin, which is definitely a style note this season, just in case you don't know. That hood is nice-looking, all right, but how about those touches of color? That braid trim, for example, and also that brilliant poplin lining you have in both the jacket and the skirt. Now, just a minute. If you can get away from that window, we'd like to see that sporty Eton jacket designed for figure emphasis. A jacket that hugs the figure and never pulls up, meaning you'll always have perfect ease and comfort. That skating outfit on the right is equally flattering and attractive. It's more for indoor skating. Together, these two make a top-flight skating team, perfectly dressed for a perfect day on ice. Designing these smart-looking Saucony costumes, every attention has been given to those fine points of construction that make for a comfortable fit. Yes, girlie, we do like that outfit, especially after you've told us that the shirred top is designed to flatter the figure. Sure, it's a good-looking costume, all right, but don't forget that it's as practical as it is good-looking, designed for free and easy action. And now let's take another look at your playmate. Here's a costume to turn many a male head on the old skating pond, and just to keep the record straight, it's a white flannel Eton jacket. Off it comes, and our eagle eye can tell at a glance that the printed lining colors are matched in the rick-rack on the jacket. You know, rick-rack is that fancy design across the shoulders. But just look at that shirt. CL it's called, and it's a smart thing to wear with skating skirts or any skirt for that matter. Very exclusively yours, Saucony. The label women look for on everything in sportswear, famous for quality and yet attractively priced. Saucony stands for play clothes with comfort and high style. Swimsuits with trim lines and striking colors for the modern girl. Spectator sportswear and beach apparel for summer and winter wear. American sportswear with an enviable reputation. All very exclusively yours, Saucony.
You'll be happy to realize that this Christmas, you can do all your Christmas shopping under one roof. Your Chevrolet dealer is a one-stop shopping headquarters for cars with a choice of 30 different models. Here, we have the beautiful Bel Air four-door sedan. Notice the new wider door openings? Can't you just see Aunt Agatha's face when she finds this on Christmas morning? She'll love you for it. Especially its jet smooth ride. And here we have the new Corvair Coupe. Its new lower price makes this Corvair just the thing if you have a wide circle of friends to remember. And then there is your sister-in-law who'll be visiting you with all her delightful children. Don't you think this might be nice? Chevy's Brookwood 9-passenger station wagon. She'll be so anxious to drive it. The children will be so eager to enjoy the rear-facing third seat, they may leave early. And now, something appropriate for, well, say for your child's favorite teacher, the Corvair Lakewood station wagon, with loads and loads of load space in the rear. And with the engine here, she can count on magnificent traction through snow and ice. And up front, a lockable trunk. Very practical for all those apples she gets. Yes. Been wondering what to get the boss for Christmas? Wonder? No more. This Impala convertible will show him that, despite those occasional arguments, you still think the world of him.
Hello there. Time for Two Truths and a Lie, in which I will tell you two truths and one lie. You must guess the lie, and tonight it's all about Krampus. Yes, the Christmas demon. So first, Krampus's night is December 6th. That's when he'll come out and get you, or your little kids, too. Second, Krampus sometimes has one cloven hoof and one human foot. I don't know how he walks like that. Third, Krampus was banned by fascists who were ruling Austria between 1934 and 1938. There you have it. We'll tell you the lie by the end of our Christmas Weird-tacular. Good luck.
Seven o'clock, Psycho sees Santa's workshop, and only Lee Majors can stop them. In the night the reindeer died. Be here.
You can't show that commercial. That thing looked like the Manson family Christmas special.
I think I'm way off base.
Yes, you're a tad off base, sir.
Frank Cross is more than the youngest network president in television history.
Call security, have them change his locks, and toss him out of the building.
Oh, he's fired? It's Christmas.
Thank you. Call the county. Stop his bonus. Oh, watch out.
He's a thoughtful boss.
Thanks, boys. Get the nurse.
A generous brother.
What did he give you last year?
I don't remember. A shower curtain. Ma'am, I think you dropped something here.
And a true humanitarian.
I can't get the antlers glued onto this little guy. We've tried crazy glue.
Have you tried staples?
But his life is about to change.
Woo-wee! That was a good one.
You are going to be visited by 3 ghosts tomorrow at noon.
God, tomorrow's bad for me, Lou. As a matter of fact, the whole rest of the week is a washout. Ow.
Anyone who thinks he hates Christmas is wrong.
Come back to Jersey, you moron!
It's ghosts he hates.
I love that bit!
I'm the ghost of Christmas present.
Bill Murray. Karen Allen.
It sounded like you'd seen a ghost.
A ghost? John Forsythe. Bobcat Goldthwait.
Hey! You glad to see me, or is this a shotgun in your pocket? You know this one?
Everybody knows this one. Let's go now.
Yeah, does everybody know this one?
Carol Kane. Robert Mitchum.
I really care!
David Johansen.
Oh, I'm having the weirdest day!
This holiday season, see Bill Murray get Scrooged.
Hey, back off, big man. That may work with the chicks, but not with me.
Rest ye merry gentlemen, let nothing you dismay. Remember Christ our Savior was born on Christmas Day to save us all from Satan's power when we were gone astray. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy, comfort and joy. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy. From God our Heavenly Father, a blessed angel came, and unto certain shepherds brought tidings of the same. That in Bethlehem was born the Son of God by name. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy, comfort and joy. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy. Fear not then, said the angel, let nothing you affright. This day is born a Savior of a pure virgin bride, to free all those who trust in Him.
Gilbert K. Chesterton once said, "In everybody there is a thing that loves children, fears death, and likes sunlight. And this thing enjoys Charles Dickens." Before I tell you about the Christmas Carol, let me read to you what Charles Dickens himself wrote about this story. I have endeavored in this ghostly little story to raise the ghost of an idea which shall not put my readers out of humor with themselves, with each other, with the season, or with me. May it haunt their houses pleasantly. Charles Dickens. To begin with, Jacob Marley was dead. There is no doubt about that. You will therefore permit me to repeat emphatically that Marley was as dead as a doornail. Did Scrooge know that he was dead? Of course he did. Ebenezer Scrooge and he had been partners for I don't know how many years. Scrooge never painted out Marley's name, and so there it stood 7 years afterwards above the warehouse door. Ebenezer Scrooge. Oh, but he was a tight-fisted old sinner, hard and sharp as flint. The cold within him froze his features because he always carried his own low temperature with him. And he didn't thaw 1 degree, not even at Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Uncle. God save you.
Christmas. Humbug.
Christmas, a humbug? Uncle, you don't mean that, I'm sure.
What reason have you to be merry? You're poor enough.
What right have you to be dismal? You're rich enough.
Humbug. What's Christmas to you but a time for finding yourself a year older but not an hour richer? Every idiot that goes about with Merry Christmas on his lips should be boiled in his own pudding.
Now, Uncle, I know you...
Now, you keep Christmas in your own way, Fred, and I keep it in mine. Be off now. This is a place of business.
Don't be angry. Come dine with us tomorrow.
No.
Caroline will be happy to see you.
Why did you ever get married?
Because I fell in love.
Love? That's the only thing in the world more ridiculous than a Merry Christmas. Good afternoon, nephew.
Uncle, I'm sorry with all my heart to find you like this. Merry Christmas, Bob.
Merry Christmas, sir. Let me hear another sound from you. You'll keep your Christmas by losing your situation. You want all day tomorrow, I suppose, Crescent.
Quite convenient, sir.
It's not convenient.
But it's only 1 day in the year, sir.
A poor excuse to pick the pocket of your employer every 25th of December. But be here all the earlier next morning.
I will, sir. And a Merry Christmas to you, Mr. Scrooge.
Christmas. Nonsense. Humbug.
And while most of London was jovial and full of glee in honor of this Christmas Eve, Scrooge had taken his melancholy dinner at his usual melancholy tavern. And having read all the newspapers, he went home to bed. Scrooge lived in the chambers which had once belonged to Marley, his ex-partner. And as I have remarked before, Marley is dead these last 7 years. Dead as a doornail.
Ebenezer Scrooge?
How now? What do you want of me?
Much.
Who are you?
Like I was your partner, Jacob Marley. You don't believe in me?
I don't.
What evidence would you have of my reality beyond that of your own senses?
I don't know.
Then why doubt your senses?
Because a slight disorder in my stomach could make my senses cheat me. You might be an undigested bit of beef, a blot of mustard, a fragment of underdone potato. Humbug, I tell you, humbug! Mercy on me, dreadful apparition.
Now, do you believe in me or not?
I do. But why do you come to plague me? And why do you wear that ponderous chain?
I made it link by link in my life, as you are doing for yourself on earth. It is now a part of my penance, and I am here tonight to warn you of a fate such as mine. But Ebenezer, if you change your ways, you have a chance of escaping my doom.
You were always a good friend to me, Jacob. Thank you. Thank you.
You will be haunted by 3 spirits. Without their visits, you cannot hope to shun the path I tread. Expect the first tomorrow, when the bell tolls 1. Expect the next on the following night at the same hour, and the third on the next night, when the last stroke of 12 has ceased to vibrate.
Couldn't I take them all at once, Jacob, and have it over with?
Look to see me no more, and look that for your own sake you remember what has passed between us.
Scrooge tried desperately to say humbug to the strange happening, but the word stuck in his throat, unuttered, for it was highly probable it was not humbug. Being very much in need of repose from the experience he had undergone, or shall I say, fatigues of the day, he went straight to bed without undressing, and fell asleep in an instant. A few hours later,
Are you the spirit whose coming was foretold to me?
I am.
Who and what are you?
I am the ghost of Christmas past.
Long past?
No, your past.
What business brings you here?
Your welfare. I have things to show you, which are the shadow of the things that have been. Rise. And walk with me.
the ghost of Christmas past led Scrooge down the road which he had forgotten for so many years. He showed him a Christmas day in the past, which was a happy one for most children, but not for one lonely schoolboy.
Ebenezer Scrooge. Do you know that boy?
Yes, yes, I do. It is I, as a boy. Oh, I remember that Christmas well. I felt so lonely. My playmates, they didn't like me.
It was because you had shunned them.
Oh, poor boy. I wish...
What is the matter?
There was a boy singing a Christmas carol on the street last night. I should have liked to have given him something, that's all.
Shall I show you another Christmas, 40 years ago, when a fair young girl released you from your marriage contract?
No, no.
Because she discovered you had ceased to love her. Your greed, avarice, and desire for wealth had killed the love she had for you.
No, no, spirit, show me no more. Leave me. Haunt me no longer.
Awakening in the middle of a prodigiously tough snore and sitting up in bed to get his thoughts together, Scrooge had no occasion to be told that the bell was again upon the stroke of 1.
Scrooge!
I am the ghost of Christmas present. Look upon me.
Yes, spirit, conduct me where you will. I went forth last night on compulsion, and I learned a lesson which is working now. Tonight, if you have aught to teach me, let me profit by it.
Touch my robe. Look.
Belinda, bring the plates.
Oh, Mother,
Belinda, there's a great deal of work to be done. Help your sister.
Missy, you get the...
I came by outside, I could smell the sage and the onion.
And you knew it was ours, Mother.
Oh, I certainly did, boy.
Peter, set the chairs.
Can I put some chocolate on the fire, Mother?
No, your father will do that when he comes. What has gotten your precious father? And your brother, Tiny Tim?
And Martha wasn't as late last year by half an hour.
Oh.
This is the house of your clerk, Bob Cratchit.
But he has hardly a penny to his name.
I, the ghost of Christmas present, have blessed his house. Here comes Bob now with another member of his family, Tiny Tim.
And a Merry Christmas, everybody. And there you are, Tiny Tim, right in your own chair.
Merry Christmas, Bob.
And Martha.
Yes, here I am again.
Christmas wouldn't be Christmas without Martha coming to visit us.
And how did Tiny Tim behave today, Bob?
Fine. He told me coming home that he was glad he'd been to church, because it's pleasant to remember that the day is called Christmas, after he who made the lame to walk and the blind to see. Oh, beautiful Christmas table.
It would be more beautiful if we had a turkey, but we'll manage.
Of course we will.
See what a happy family your clerk has on only 15 shillings a week?
Tiny Tim. I didn't know he was sick and a cripple.
Mr. Scrooge. I give you Mr. Scrooge, the founder of the feast.
The founder of the feast, indeed. I wish I had him here. I'd give him a piece of my mind to feast upon.
Dear, it's Christmas Day.
It should be Christmas Day, I'm sure, when one drinks the health of such an odious, stingy, hard, unfeeling man as Mr. Scrooge.
My dear, it's Christmas.
Very well. I'll drink his health for your sake, and because it's Christmas. Long life to him. A Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
A Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
God bless us, everyone.
Tell me, Tiny Tim, will he live?
I see a vacant seat and a little crutch without an owner.
No. Say he will be spared.
My life on the globe is very brief. It ends tonight.
Tonight?
The time is drawing near for me to go and for your third visitor to appear.
I am in the presence of the ghost of Christmas yet to come. Ghost of the future, I fear you more than any specter I have seen. But lead on. I want to know.
I met a very kind young man today who asked after you. Mr. Scrooge's nephew, whom I scarcely know. I told him about Tiny Tim, and he said, I'm heartily sorry for you and your good wife. By the by, how he ever knew that, I don't know.
You what, dear?
That you were a good wife.
Oh, everyone knows that.
And he said, if I can be of any service to you at any time, pray come to me.
He's rather unlike his old Uncle Scrooge, isn't he?
If you must torment me, be quick. Take me to what else you have to show.
I don't know much about it either. I only know he's dead.
When did he die?
Last night, I believe.
What had he done with his money?
I haven't heard, but he'll have no use for it where he's going.
It's likely to be a cheap funeral. For upon my life, I don't know anyone to go to it. Suppose we make up a party and volunteer.
When I come to think of it, I'm not at all sure that I wasn't his most particular friend. For we used to stop and speak whenever we met. I don't mind going to his funeral if lunch is provided.
Tell me what man they are speaking of. Who is it that lies dead? No, hear me. I am not the man I was. Assure me I yet may change the shadows you have shown me. I will honor Christmas in my heart and try to keep it all the year. Tell me I may sponge away the writing on this stone. Marley! Marley! Jacob Marley! Heaven and Christmas time be praised for this. I will live in the past, the present, and the future. The spirit of all three shall thrive within me.
Boy, oh boy!
Yes, sir?
What's today?
What, sir?
What's today, my fine fellow?
Today? Why, Christmas Day, sir.
It's still Christmas, and I haven't missed it.
For a man who had been out of practice for years, Scrooge gave a most illustrious laugh, the father of a long line of brilliant laughs. And Scrooge dressed himself all in his best, and at last got out into the streets, wishing everyone he met a Merry Christmas.
Mr. Fred!
Come in. Have you room at your table for some friends?
Oh, you're very welcome, Mr. Fred, sir. And you too, ma'am. I only hope that our lowly feast is to your liking.
Now, don't fret about provisions. We've brought plenty for all.
Merry Christmas, Bob!
Mr. Scrooge!
And Mrs. Cratchit, for you.
Mr. Scrooge!
My dear, that's for you. Darling, for you.
For me?
And you, sir.
Oh, Mr. Scrooge, I don't know how we can ever thank you.
Don't. And I'm going to raise your salary and help your large family in every way possible. And Tiny Tim. I saw a friend of mine at church just a little while ago. A famous surgeon. You and I are going to see him tomorrow. And he's going to be your friend, too.
Mr. Scrooge!
Scrooge won his word. He did it all and infinitely more. And to Tiny Tim, who did not die, he was a second father. Scrooge had no further dealings with ghosts, but it was always said that he knew how to keep Christmas well, if any man alive possessed the knowledge. May it truly be said of us, and all of us. And so, as Tiny Tim observed, God bless us, everyone.
The first Noel, the angel fields as they lay keeping their sheep on a cold winter's night that was so deep. Noel, 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 born is the King of Israel. And there it did blow soft and stay, right over the place where Jesus lay. Noel, 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 born is the King of Israel. Entered in their wise and free, so reverently upon their knees, and offered there in His presence their gold and myrrh and frankincense. Noel, 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 born is the King of Israel.
Shelley wrote, "O wind, if winter comes, can spring be far behind?" A wish perhaps that winter will not come this year, or if it does, that it will be mercifully short. But winter does come, every year without fail. For some, winter is a magic wonderland, full of quiet stillness, when the world rests from a busy summer. For others, it is a time to indulge in a myriad of outdoor fun, frolic, and sports. But for all of us, there are times when winter is aggravating, miserable, and downright treacherous, especially when driving. Armed with a few tips and a lot of caution, you can make winter driving safer. A time will come to every driver when that good old feel of the road will suddenly vanish. And that car will somehow refuse to obey almost every command you try to give it. Whether you live in the northern climates where winter is a yearly part of your life, or take only an occasional ski trip to the mountains, the more prepared you are for winter, the safer you'll be. Preparing your car for winter is the first step toward safer winter driving. A breakdown of any part can not only spoil your trip, but possibly prove very hazardous. In car preparation, obviously your engine should be in excellent tune. If it ran roughly and was hard to start last summer, it will be impossible to start in winter. Summer oil will thicken, the cold will take away much of the battery's power, and the engine just won't turn over fast enough to start. So be certain you have winter-grade oil in your car, suitable for the temperatures you expect to be in. Better check the owner's manual on that one. Clean off the battery terminals to ensure a good contact. If the battery is more than 2 years old, you should get a voltage check to be certain it will have the power when you need it most. Check hoses, belts, and the all-important antifreeze. Here is what happens when your antifreeze is borderline. You hop in your car, warm it up for a couple of minutes, which thaws out the partially frozen fluid in the engine block, and then you take off. When the engine warms sufficiently to open the thermostat, the hot coolant goes through the upper hose to the radiator to cool off. But there, it is blocked. You've been driving at, say, 35 miles per hour for the past 3 miles, and cold air rushing through your radiator has frozen it solid. Result, the water in the engine boils, and the pressure blows coolant out the radiator overflow valve, or worse, bursts a radiator hose. Either way, you're in for a long delay in your trip, and possibly an expensive tow. Don't forget to fill that windshield washer with winter solvent. In fact, it's a good idea to carry an extra gallon on slushy days. Times like this are when you're going to need it most. For a period of about 4 seconds there, you were driving completely blind while you waited for your windshield wipers to clean off that mud and slush. Pretty scary, huh? Here's a tip that will keep your windshield clean during that critical 4 seconds. When you meet a mudslinger like this, start the washer going before you meet him. This will get the windshield wet so that by the time you are splashed, your wipers are already cleaning it off. If your wipers leave a smeared windshield, get rid of them. You need new ones. No winter preparedness would be complete without the extra equipment that should be carried in your car. Put warm clothing, footwear, gloves, and a blanket on the top of that list. Hopefully, you will never need them to save your life. But you have to repair or abandon your car only once on a cold, wintry day to realize not only how miserable it is, but how serious it can really be. An assortment of tools should be included. Also a flashlight, flares, a small shovel, and a quantity of sand, or, of all things, kitty litter. It's conveniently packed, lightweight, and works well for emergency traction. And don't forget a set of jumper cables. Speaking of jumper cables, many people have had sulfuric acid blown into their eyes while attempting to use these cables. Here is a safe way to do it. Number 1, make certain that the vehicle you're going to jump power from does not touch your car. Number 2, have the assisting driver shut off his engine to lessen the danger of the cables or clothing getting caught in moving parts. Number 3, fasten the positive red cable to the positive pole on one battery. Be extremely careful not to allow the other end to touch any part of either car until it has been fastened securely to the positive pole on the other battery. Number 4, fasten the black cable first to the negative pole on the assisting car. Number 5, then fasten the other end to the engine block of the stalled car. Number 6, check to make sure that the cables are secure and away from fan belts or other moving parts. Then you may have the assisting driver start up his engine and run it at a fast idle. Good luck on your start. But whether or not your car will start, the cable that you must remove first is the black cable at the end fastened to the engine block of the stalled vehicle. Here's why. There will always be a spark on making or breaking this final connection. Therefore, it is important to make it away from the explosive hydrogen gas given off by the battery. We are fond of saying, and for a good reason, that when you are going to drive on snow or ice, decide that you must take it easy. Press gently on the accelerator. There is very little traction on snow or ice, and the faster you attempt to start, the more likely you are to spin your wheels. All this does is warm up the tires, turning the snow under them to ice. Gradually increase the speed. Control is the prime concern on slippery roads. Any maneuver you may make, stopping, turning, changing lanes, requires considerably more skill and caution. The posted speed limit is for ideal conditions. It is too fast for these roads. At 30 miles an hour, there is no way we can stop in time if one of those parked cars starts to pull out, or if we meet another car at an intersection. We need more time and space. Depending upon temperature and road conditions, it can take up to 12 times longer for a car to stop with snow or ice on the road than on dry pavement. Do not lock up your brakes. You will lose control of your car, and it will actually slide farther. Disc brakes won't release as quickly as the old drum brakes, so the previously taught method of pumping them could cause your brakes to lock up and send your car out of control. A slow, steady pressure, short of locking up the brakes, is the best way to stop. If your wheels do lock up, Release the brakes momentarily to regain steering control and reapply a steady brake pressure. Much has been written and said about methods of counteracting a skid. Simply stated, turn the wheel in the direction you want the car to go. Don't panic. Let up on the throttle, but stay away from the brakes. The instant you touch the brakes in a skid, your car is going to be completely out of control. Loss of control is generally caused by the spinning or loss of traction with the drive wheels. On a front drive car, this loss of drive traction also means loss of steering control. The car will start to veer away from its intended course. Here again, don't panic. Ease off the throttle until the front wheels have regained traction and gently steer the car back on course. On a rear drive car such as this, it is the back wheels that start to skid. Let up on the throttle, turn the wheel in the direction you want the car to go. Here are a few situations where hazards can be reduced by anticipation. A patch of black ice, frost on a bridge, a sudden sharp curve on a slippery road. In all these situations, the danger of skidding can be reduced by eliminating the spinning or engine drag on the drive wheels. With a manual transmission, ease off the throttle and simply depress the clutch. With an automatic transmission, ease off the throttle and slip the selector into neutral, being very careful to avoid hitting reverse. Now all four wheels will be rolling free, considerably reducing your chances of a skid. This technique also works to help get you out of a skid. Ease off the throttle, slip the selector into neutral, and steer in the direction you want the car to go. If you haven't already figured it out by now, you are traveling too fast for road conditions. Slow down. The key to coping with slippery roads is not simply a matter of reaction, but of anticipation. All skidding is simply loss of traction, which brings us down to tires and traction devices. Snow tires are very good in areas of extremely heavy snows like the mountains, upper Michigan, or some New England areas. Snow tires have heavier treads and deeper grooves to give you a better bite in loose snow. They are, however, not much better than regular tires on ice or hard-packed snow. If you do use snow tires, be sure to use only radial snow tires with your radial tires and bias-ply snows with regular tires. And of course, be sure to put them on the front if yours is a front-drive car. Reinforced tire chains are cheaper and by far the best traction devices you can use. They are better in deep snow, better on ice and hard-packed snow, but terrible on pavement. Some mountain areas require chains when the roads are particularly bad. For most winter driving situations, good tires are sufficient if you have chains for that rare occasion when you are caught in otherwise impassable conditions. This year, when winter comes, you can take the anxiety and the stress out of winter driving by properly preparing your car for winter, by carrying the extra clothing and equipment that will help you out of a jam, by replacing old wiper blades and keeping that washer bottle filled, by knowing the proper way to jump a stalled car, by reducing speeds and allowing a greater distance between vehicles, by learning to prevent and control skids. But above all, learn to avoid skids and loss of control by anticipation of situations and by using caution.
I'm here with Jeff, and sir, we are asking people, if you could have any horror movie prop as a Christmas gift, which would you pick?
My ex-wife. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, hello, ladies and gentlemen. He's here all night. Tip your waitresses.
Just kidding.
Tip your waitresses, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, that's crazy.
The It Clown would be definitely one. That would be awesome. Right by the Christmas tree.
Oh, yeah, just standing there, just greeting people as they come in.
Well, we got a Michael Myers animatronic at the house.
Yes.
So with me, with my craziness, Hi, Michael. Well, how are you doing? We plan on killing somebody, and then we got a wrestling title belt. I put on it, and it's like it's funny.
Oh, perfect.
So you know how entertainment is. You got to have fun. You got to go with it.
Absolutely.
Go with the flow. So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yes. So tell me about your show.
I do a TV show called A Dose of Landis. We are a variety show. We've had people such as Donnie Baker on the show, Aaron Carter, Nappy Roots, tons of professional wrestlers, Jake the Snake Roberts.
Oh, wonderful.
The list could go on. I've been doing TV since I was 14.
Wow, and where can we see this?
Fort Wayne, Channel 57, Comcast 57 in Fort Wayne, and also my YouTube channel, Landis Entertainment Network.
Wonderful, wonderful.
And see all kinds of crazy stuff on that.
Oh,
skits, pre-shows before then.
Oh, nice, wonderful.
Raw footage.
Oh, wonderful. That's so wonderful. So thank you so much for stopping by. This has been great.
Oh, yeah, it's been fun. Come on out here. If you don't come out here, we're going to come to your house personally and get you.
He'll send the It Clown.
Yes.
I'm here with Lester, and so we're asking people, if you could have any horror movie prop as a Christmas gift, what would you pick?
I would pick Friday the 13th, Jason's machete.
Oh, that's a good choice.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the way he wields that thing and how many people he killed.
And it can cut through anything. Like, lawn work would not be a problem with that.
My opinion is just don't get caught with your pants down when he's coming.
That's true, literally.
Yeah, that's right. Everybody dies in his movies.
True, yes, just don't do the nasty, as they say.
Yes.
Yes, and you'll be fine.
Yeah.
So are you enjoying the show?
Oh, I love it here. I mean, this is my first time.
Oh, your first Oh, wonderful.
Never been here. Brought the kid and his girlfriend.
Oh, well, nice.
Yeah, I got to do something for them.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for your time, sir. Greatly appreciate it. Yes. Take care of yourself.
You too.
I'm here with Byron, and so we're asking people, if you could have any horror movie prop as a Christmas gift, which would you choose?
This is an easy one. From the movie In the Mouth of Madness, where Sutter Kane presents the book, and he says, "Go read," and he reads to the end of the book to know his end of the story of his character. I would like that prop, where it lights up and just shines.
Oh,
and
yes.
I doubt it'd work, but it would be cool if I could just read to the end of my story to see what happens in the end.
Certainly. Then you could do whatever you like, actually.
It'd be really nice.
So tell me about your art. This is amazing work, sir.
Thank you. I paint and draw everything here at my booth. I use acrylics. I use it like a watercolor. And
I was about to ask your favorite medium.
Yeah, and I tend to right now do a lot of fan art, mostly horror characters and movies of my that I've loved over the years.
Wonderful. What got you started?
Being neglected as a child.
I can relate. Yes.
So this is my the perfect pastime for me to do. It was, it didn't take many materials or a lot of money, so you were just able to. I was able to just draw at any moment and be content. I didn't need other people to give me attention. I just did it for myself, and then it kind of like grew into, I was getting good at it. People started appreciating it. So little baby steps. You start getting more confidence in what you do, and then
Certainly.
you take the plunge into selling, and then do it full time and finding jobs and stuff like that. So,
well, where can people find your work?
My work can be found at byronwinton.com. I'm on all the socials: Instagram, Facebook, all at byronwinton3. Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, thank you for your time, sir. This has been great.
Appreciate it.
I'm here with Michelle, and Michelle, we are asking people, if you could have any horror movie prop for a Christmas gift, which would you pick?
The Necronomicon from The Evil Dead.
Why that one?
Because I love that movie.
Oh, yeah, that's a good guess. Very good. So this is all your amazing work?
Yes. I don't make the rings, I don't make the parasols or the fans, but everything else I make.
How long have you been crafting and doing things like this?
Over 10 years.
Wow, that's amazing.
Thank you.
And do you have any particular favorite thing to create or anything like that, or material to work with?
It just depends on my mood. I love the gemstones when I'm making the jewelry. I love getting really creative with the fairy crowns and seeing what I can put in there to make it really pop.
Wonderful. Do you have any particular items that are your hottest sellers, so to speak, or things that people really enjoy?
The ravens always go really well on the fairy crowns, and I already sold the big statement piece.
Oh, wonderful. Well, congratulations.
Well, thank you.
And you having a good show so far then?
Oh, excellent.
Yes. Well, thanks so much for your time.
Oh, you're very welcome.
I'm here with Max, and Max, we are asking people, if you could have any horror movie prop as a Christmas gift, which would you choose?
Oh gosh, I'd think about it. I would say Lon Chaney's makeup kit.
Oh, yeah. That'd be like a holy grail item, for sure.
Oh, I agree.
You're a classic horror fan, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
And so the way I understand it, your collection is in Famous Monster Pizza.
Yeah, I've been collecting for about 50 years since I was about 12 years old, and my wife said, get that crap out of the house, which that's not really true. So I opened a restaurant, a pizza place, and it decorates all the walls and throughout the building, yeah.
And where's Famous Monster located?
Oh, Famous Monster Pizza's in downtown Decatur, just south of Fort Wayne.
How long have you been in business?
Well, it's 3 years. We just moved to a new location. They needed to get a bigger building, and just this past May.
And how's the business going?
Oh, it's been crazy. There's been a lot of people. People come from all over, out of town. People tell me we just drove 2 hours, we drove an hour and a half, and those kind of things.
That's wonderful. And do you have a particular bestseller pizza?
Oh yeah, all our pizzas are named after classic monsters, pretty much. The Frankenstein's like a Supreme, that's a good seller, but the best seller is the Wolfman, which is all meat.
Oh, well, so go figure.
Yeah.
Yes. And you're an author.
Oh, I guess so. I wrote this about 8 years ago. It's local ghost stories, and I also give wagon tours and tell these stories every October. We have a horse-drawn wagon, and we go around town and give tours.
Is there any particular favorite or thing that...
Stories? Yeah. Oh, I mean, I do like the Woman in Black story about a woman used to roam the late-night streets of Decatur 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, dressed in black and wore a black veil. Nobody knew who she was or what her mission was. But she would always be able to turn the corner and slip away. Never found out who she was.
Wow, that sounds very cool. So where can people find your work and Monster Pizza and all that?
Well, you can check us out on Facebook for Famous Monster Pizza. We're on there. Haunted Decatur Wagon Tours. We're on Facebook there, too. And we also have websites for both of them.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for your time. This has been wonderful.
Thank you.
Yes. I'm here with Tristan and Scar, and we are asking people, if you could have any horror movie prop as a Christmas gift, which would you pick?
I would pick everything from Jason's machete to Freddy's claw to everything. And I would probably take the rain. I'm hungry. I'm really hungry. Oh, and a chicken. Do you have any chicken?
I do not. Not even a headless chicken, which would be fun. Because it'd just be running everywhere.
Oh.
Are you having a good show?
Show? What? Oh, we're on a show?
Yeah, well, no. This show. Are you enjoying this show?
Oh!
Or this show that we...
Hi, Mom.
Either way.
Yeah, I'm enjoying the show. And Scar, what do you think? Hi, Mom. Hi.
He's gone to pieces. He loves the show so much.
Well, Jason stole my legs, too.
So. You have to be careful with that.
Oh, yeah. So, anyways, thank you so much, sir.
Oh, thank you for your time.
And thank you so much, sir. And what's your name?
I'm Victor von Psychotron, horror host from Beyond.
Victor von Psychotron. Well, you can also call me the Phantom of Fort Wayne.
The Phantom of Fort Wayne, ladies and gentlemen. Watch out for him. I'm here with Kelly and Theo, and ma'am, we are asking people, if you could have any horror movie prop as a Christmas gift, which would you pick?
Jason's machete.
A popular choice. Any reason in particular?
I'm just a fan of Jason and stuff. I mean, that's the first horror movie that I remember growing up, so...
I was telling someone earlier, it can cut through anything, so yard work with that
machete. Pretty much, yeah.
The yard work would be very easy with that machete.
Yard work, car tires, windshields,
construction, anything.
Anything. Yes. Nothing's going to stop you.
Now, I was told you do wildlife rescue.
Yes, I'm a wildlife rehabber.
How long have you been doing this?
I've been doing it for about 6 years now.
Oh, wonderful. And is Theo one of your rehabs, or?
He was a gift to me. Oh, and
quite a gift.
Yes. Had to go all the way to New York to get him. But he actually helps raise money for his wild cousins and any other wildlife, anywhere from mice to deer to eagles to little songbirds. It doesn't matter.
Wonderful. Where do you do this?
I am out of Indianapolis.
Oh, wonderful.
Yep. So I get a lot of mainly raccoons, possums, squirrels, bunnies.
Is there any particular place where people should go to follow your work or follow other animal rescue activities, things like that?
I have a Facebook. It's called Indie Wildlife Rehab and Exotic Rescue.
Wonderful.
So I do post pictures on there. I've released 3 owls this year. He's not, of course, going to be released.
Well, certainly.
He's my baby. But he is also non-native, so it is actually illegal to release.
Oh, yes, that would make sense.
This one, since he's a Eurasian eagle owl. Yep.
And how old?
He just turned 4 months old the 11th.
Oh, wow.
So he's a baby.
Yes. How much bigger will he get?
He'll get a little bit heavier. He's about 6 pounds now. I'm guessing he'll get up to about 8. And then he'll get a little bit bigger when he gets his adult feathers in. These are just his, sub-adult feathers.
Ah, wonderful.
So he'll get a little fluffier and stuff, but he's still growing his little horns and stuff. So.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for your time and your work and your charitable efforts. That's wonderful that you do that.
Yeah, that's why I started this also. For the wildlife.
Absolutely. Thank you.
The animals.
I am here with Laura, and ma'am, we're asking people, if you could have any horror movie prop as a Christmas gift, which would you choose?
The Jason Voorhees from the bottom of the lake.
Oh, why that one?
because Jason Voorhees rocks.
Well, and
it's historic. It's still down there.
Would you like say put it in your like backyard pool or like anything like that?
Put it in my house and just stare at it all day and show it off at people.
Have it in the entryways when people walk in. That's the first thing they see.
Right, yep.
Yes, that's an interesting choice. Most people choose, if they're going Friday the 13th, the machete, but having the actual Jason at the bottom of the lake, that's a good choice.
Yes, I think that's awesome.
Having a good show?
Yes.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much for your time.
Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome. I'm here with Megan and Melissa, and ladies, we are asking people, if you could have any horror movie prop for a Christmas present, which would you choose?
Krampus.
Oh, just a giant Krampus.
Just a big old Krampus.
There's nothing wrong with that. He would scare off the brats.
Yeah, kids.
Absolutely,
Gotta
yes.
scare the kids.
Absolutely. And you, ma'am?
You know the thing that Ernest kisses at the end of Ernest Scared Stupid?
That's that troll thing, yes.
I'd love to have a replica of that, or have that one.
Oh, that would be brilliant. So you own a spooky store, so to speak, is it a store?
We do.
Yes. Haunted Hills Dark Market.
Yep.
And where is this? In Logansport? Yeah, I think it's what you told me, right?
Yes, in Logansport, Indiana, and we're way out in the boonies, so we're in the woods, and it's nice and spooky location.
Oh. So what do you sell? What are your wares, as they say?
Everything. We do a high-end thing with Trick or Treat Studios with masks. We also do used things, new things, and artwork. We do people from Etsy and all over. We take dark artwork, Halloween, anything spooky.
Oh, wonderful.
Store. Yeah.
So where can people find you, online or anything like that?
Yeah, you can find us on Facebook at Haunted Hills Dark Market. And then if you want to see some snapshots, just on Instagram, it's the same thing, Haunted Hills Dark Market.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for your time. This has been wonderful.
Thank you.
Glad to do it. I'm here with Father Casey, and so we're asking people, if you could have any horror movie prop as a Christmas gift, which would you choose?
I think not the horror movie as much as the Aladdin's lamp, the jinn and the Islamic customs, and having that wish and understanding that spirit that's been trapped there all that time, to be freed and be able to converse with that ancient kind of spirit.
The knowledge.
And if I had a horror movie, I guess it would be the Hellraiser box. I got to know what those guys are about. The Cenobites are amazing. I got to find out what's up.
Certainly. So tell me about your work.
I'm the exorcist for the Diocese of the South. My church is in Mont Eagle, Tennessee, and I help where the church sends me out on cases all over the country, and I help teams when they call, when they find something at one of their investigations and they need clergy help, and I travel all over and help them. And you can find me on Facebook or online.
I was just about to ask, like, do you have his particular websites or social media?
Just Father Casey on Casey Scruggs on Facebook, or at the Dead Convention here in Fort Wayne.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for your time, sir.
Thank you,
It's
sir.
a pleasure. I'm here with Virginia, and ma'am, we're asking people, if you could have any horror prop as a Christmas gift, which would you choose?
Supernatural's car.
Oh, that's a great choice.
I love that car.
It wouldn't fit in your stocking, but still, it would be great.
But then, okay, then I'll take the Winchester gun.
Oh, that's also a great choice.
Yeah, yeah, that's why. One of those two.
If you could get both, even better.
Yes, much better.
Are you enjoying the show?
Oh, yeah. I love it here. I'm 68, and this was on my bucket list. So I got one thing scratched off my bucket list already.
Excellent. Keep rocking it.
And I'm coming back tomorrow because you just can't see it all in one day.
No, you can't.
You can't.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I'm here with Stefanica, and ma'am, we are asking people, if you could have any horror movie prop as a Christmas gift, what would you choose?
Oh, it would be from the show Supernatural. I want Baby.
Oh, that's a great choice.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great choice. That car, people get out of your way when they see that coming.
Oh, yeah.
And this is all of your work.
Yes.
How long have you been doing this?
Only about a year and a half.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's an impressive amount of work.
Thank you.
So you always work in this medium with like antlers and things like this?
Only about the last year. I worked on the Wrong Turn reboot movie, and that's where a lot of these came from.
So these are actually antlers from the Wrong Turn movie?
These ones up here, yep.
Wow, and so you turn them into jewelry that people can buy through your website and things like this?
Absolutely, yeah, I'm on Etsy.
Where can we find you then on Etsy?
I'm Annika Arts on Etsy.
Okay, how do you spell this? We just want to make sure we have it right.
Annika Arts is Onika.
Excellent. And do you have any other like mediums you enjoy working in?
I really like to paint as well.
Oh, wonderful. So do you sell your
I have
paintings?
a few of those here.
Oh, look at that. That's gorgeous. Wonderful.
Thank you.
Well, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. I'm here with fellow horror host Gruesome Graves, and so we're asking people, if you could have any horror movie prop as a Christmas gift, which would you choose?
the creature from the Black Lagoon costume.
Oh, that's an excellent choice.
My favorite movie.
Oh, that's a wonderful choice. That's still one of the greatest costumes ever made, if you ask me.
Has to be. And the fact that Riku could hold his breath that long and still do all the acting just amazes me.
And do it while he was a multiple pack a day smoker back then.
Everybody was.
True, everyone was back in that era. That's true. So how is the Haunted Hotel? How are things there?
Things are moving along quite well. We're getting ready for our Halloween special.
Wonderful.
We're going to be doing a double drive-in feature.
Ooh, what are we showing?
We'll be showing The Screaming Skull and Daughter of Horror.
Oh, great choices, great choices.
If we can get Fang to stop trying to slide in his favorite movie, Plan 9.
Oh, well, yeah.
I told him, no, not this year.
And where can people find the Horror Hotel? Where can people see you?
We can be found on Access TV if you're in Fort Wayne. If not, you can go to our Facebook page, haunted.hotel.56. Every week on Fridays, we have a new feature. And I will put a website on there that if you're not in the area, you can click on that, stream it live, and you can also see past shows of ours on demand and catch up with us at any time.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for your time, sir. Always good to see you. I hope to be checking in soon.
I hope you are as well, sir.
I'm here with Michael, and so we're asking people, if you could have any horror movie prop as a Christmas gift, which would you choose?
I think I'd take the cube from Hellraiser.
Oh, that's an interesting choice.
I've always thought I'd love to have that on my desk a few times.
Would you dare open it?
I'd have my friends open.
That's a good idea, actually. Have them open it instead, and they can just deal with the repercussions. So you're with Open Sign Entertainment. This is your baby, as they would say.
Yes. Yep. It's us and about 12 others in town. Started it with my friends in high school back in 2005, I think it was. And then we've just been making, the cast of characters in our group has changed over the years, but we've been making stuff, ever since. We've made. I think we've made 4 feature films. 2 of them have been released. We have several web series, at least worth about maybe 30 shorts.
Wow.
On our website and our YouTube channel. And we also have, we put together, this is not horror, but we put together a TV show for Amazon a couple years ago.
Oh, wonderful.
So, disconnected.
Wonderful. So where can people find your work?
A few places. If you go to our website, opensignentertainment.com, you'll find most of everything up there. All of our shorts, ways to access all of our features are up there. And then most of our shorts, as well as a lot of behind-the-scene content, is on our YouTube channel.
Oh, wonderful.
We like to show off, we have a lot of fun on set, so we try to record it so people can kind of, enjoy vicariously by just kind of checking it out. And we got a whole bunch we got about as many of those as we have shorts, actually.
Excellent.
Yeah.
What do you have in the works right now?
Well, we just finished my second time directing a feature. That movie is called Schism. That one's been done for a bit now. It's been kind of doing the film festival circuit at the moment, so we're hoping sometime early next year that comes out. And then we got our 5th feature that we've been kind of not talking too much about it at the moment, kind of working on it under the radar, but that one will be a lot of fun.
Wonderful.
It's very dark and literally dark and in the forest, and lots of fog, and a Wendigo.
Wonderful.
I'll leave it at that.
All right.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, great. It's been good talking to you.
You too.
school girl's been murdered. Mr. Harrison's daughter is missing. And now at the house where she lives, the other girls are getting obscene phone calls.
Yeah, what I've done is I've tapped this phone so that when it rings, it'll ring at the station house, too.
There was a little girl murdered over in the park tonight. Yes, I heard. Your phone's ringing. Hello?
Hey, Mommy. There's a baby. Baby, all right, Mommy. Just a minute.
Who's there?
I know you're there, nasty baby. You answer me, it's bad. Mommy. Come here. Where's Agnes? You want?
What are you doing? This is Graham. It's group 140, terminal 55.
Remember those idyllic scenes out of your childhood? Crisp winter nights, star bright, sleigh bells, crackling Yule logs, candlelight glistening off of shimmering Christmas trees, chestnuts roasting over open fires, carolers beneath snow-covered window ledges. Remember those. Remember them well. After Black Christmas, they'll never be the same again. Black Christmas, starring Olivia Hussey, Keir Dullea, Margot Kidder, and starring John Saxon as Lieutenant Fuller. If this movie doesn't make your skin crawl, it's on too tight.
This evening, ladies and gentlemen, with the Christmas holidays so close, I thought that we...
Mr. Swayze, Mr. Swayze. I'm sorry to interrupt, Mr. Swayze, but I'm in an awful hurry and I need your help.
Well, who are you?
I'm Santa's #1 helper, and I just came down from the North Pole.
Well, little fellow, what can I do for you?
Oh, we have such a problem, Mr. Swayze. We've gotten so many letters from people wanting Timex watches for Christmas, and we just don't know if there are Timex watches for all the different kinds of people who want them.
I'm sure there are. How do you like this Timex Christmas tree?
Oh, this is certainly a beautiful tree, Mr. Swayze.
Well, on this tree, you'll find a Timex watch for everyone in the whole world. For instance, here is the famous waterproof and shock-resistant Timex 100 at $15.
Is this the watch that takes a licking and keeps on ticking?
Yes, this is one of the Timex watches that we put through the torture test. And here is the Timex self-wind watch. It's completely automatic and costs only $14.95.
You mean it winds itself?
That's right, with the normal, natural movements of your wrist.
Do you have anything for the lovely ladies who have written to Santa?
Oh, of course we have. Here's the lady's waterproof watch with its smart classic lines at $15. And right here is the tonneau with its handsome cord bracelet, also $15. And for the lady who wants the jeweled look, here is the Timex bangle bracelet, priced at $16.95.
And I got lots of letters from young people. What do you have for them, Mr. Swayze?
Oh, well, this Sportster model is a great favorite with the youngsters. And there's more.
Thank you, Mr. Swayze, but I've got to get back. I've got to get all these Timex gifts together.
Oh, well, just 1 second. You know, these Timex watches are priced from only $9.95 to $16.95.
Great glory! We can afford to give Timex watches to everyone on our list.
Of course you can. And so can you, ladies and gentlemen. That's why this Christmas, more people will give and get Timex than any other watch in the world.
The Jack Benny Program, presented by Lucky Strike.
And that's
that's the reason that I haven't made a picture in 15 years.
Well, you know, Mr. Benny, from all the things you've told me, I think I'll get a wonderful story for my paper.
Well, I'm glad. I could have told you a lot more, you see, but I really have to go to that big party tonight, and I don't want to be late.
Well, I won't keep you any longer then, Mr. Benny. Now, if you'll just tell me how to get to your office from here, I'll pick up the pictures to go with the story.
Oh, to my office? Well, now, look, when you leave here, you go straight down the street, you see, until you get to the Bank of America. Then you turn 4 blocks to your left, you see, until you come to the Union Bank. Then go about 6 blocks to the right, and you'll come to the Citizens National Bank. Then go back left again until you reach the First Federal Savings. Then keep going right straight on from there, and you'll come to the Security First National Bank. And then just about 2 blocks to the left, you'll come to my office. It's on the corner of Selma and Vine.
Well, if it's on the corner of Selma and Vine, wouldn't it be easier if I just went straight down Sunset Boulevard?
Well, yes, if you don't care about scenery.
Thanks again for the interview, Mr. Benny.
You're welcome.
Oh, say, there is one thing I would like to clear up, if you don't mind.
What's that?
It's that rumor that's been going all over town about your being thrown into the swimming pool at Mervyn LeRoy's party last New Year's Eve.
Well, that rumor is absolutely ridiculous. In the first place, I wasn't even at Mervyn LeRoy's house last New Year's.
You weren't?
No, sit down. I'll tell you about it.
Well, what were you
Now,
doing?
last New Year's, I remember this distinctly because we were doing a show, you see, that night. And it being New Year's Eve, I asked Don Wilson after the show to bring the whole gang into my dressing room so we could celebrate.
Hail, hail, the gang's all here. What the heck do we care? What the heck do we care? Hail, hail, the gang's all here. What the heck do we care now?
Hey, wait, not my ear.
Where's Jack? I want to wish him a Happy New Year.
Oh, he's in the other room changing clothes. Hey, Jack, hurry up. Everybody's here. Bagby, Remley, Sammy, everybody.
I'll be right with you, fellas. Well, while we're waiting, let's get started. How about a beer?
Hey, Sammy, one beer.
One beer, coming up.
Hey, fellas, where's Dennis? I don't know. Hey, Dennis, what's holding you up?
I'll be with you as soon as I change my clothes.
Well, change later. Hey, fellas, wasn't Dennis just great in our New Year's Eve sketch tonight? Oh,
Yeah, he sure fit the part.
Well, Happy New Year, Dennis.
Yeah. Happy New Year. It's the last time I'll ever wear a costume like this.
Why, you were great. You fooled everybody.
That's the trouble. When I was walking down the hall, a woman picked me up and burped me. Hey, I'm freezing. I'm going to go get some clothes on.
Take your snappy, Dennis. We're going to leave for my house in just a couple of minutes.
Don, it sure is nice of you and Lois to have us over your house for New Year's Eve.
Well, this is the time of the year we should all be together. And besides, Lois loves to do it.
Yeah, we have such a ball at your house, Donzie.
You remember the year you had the swimming pool filled with gin?
Yeah, Sagsby stuck a toothpick in his mouth and dived for olives.
Hey, Jack, what's keeping you? We're waiting.
Here I come.
He's coming, fellas. Now, let's all sing to him, huh?
For he's a jolly good fellow. For he's a jolly good fellow. For he's a jolly good fellow.
Hi, fellas.
Jack, for heaven's sakes, you didn't have to dress up like that just to come to my party.
Oh, Don, I thought I told you. I'm not going to your party.
You're not?
No. You kids will just have to get along without little Jackie. I've got a date, and I'm going to pick her up in about a half an hour.
Well, so that's why you're all dressed up, huh?
Look kind of classy, don't I?
Classy? You look like the head pot man in a mortuary flower shop.
Flower shop.
Hey, Sammy, watch it. Remember when he made a crack like that last time, what he did to you?
Yeah, roots and all.
Well, As long as I'm not going to be with you fellas later.
Oh, Jack, look.
Yeah.
Why don't you bring your girl over to my house?
Are you kidding? Not this girl. Not Gloria.
Gloria? Hey, she must be a new one, isn't she?
That's right.
When did you meet her?
Oh, a couple of months ago.
Is she a blonde or a brunette?
No more questions. I know you're all curious, but I'm not talking.
Okay, fellas, I'm all ready. Let's go. Oh, Mr. Benny, can I ride with you?
Dennis, Jack isn't going to be with us tonight.
He isn't.
Of course not. Can't you see the way I'm dressed?
Oh, yeah. Don't tell me who it was. I want to have a good time tonight.
It's not that. The reason I'm dressed like this, I'm going out with a very special girl. And fellas, as long as we're not going to be together later on, I'd like to drink a toast with you.
Oh, hey, that's a nice idea. You can share with us.
Okay.
The Donzie.
Thank
Hey, fellas, what's with Ramley? Why is he drinking all that water?
He's got a long night ahead of him. He wants to get those chasers out of the way.
Well, I knew he'd have a good reason. Hey, Ramley, come over here. Come here, we're gonna drink a toast. Here, have mine.
No, I'll take mine.
Well, fellas, we're soon coming to the close of another year. And all of us being here together like this, it brings a warm glow to my heart. And I'd like to take this moment to express to you, my associates, my sincere appreciation for your loyalty, your talent, and your help.
Thank you, Jack.
Thank you.
Last year, our rating was down. They sued us.
I did not. I want to wish you all good luck, good health, and a very happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Mr. Benny. Happy New Year.
Look, Jack, why don't you change your mind and bring your girl over to my house?
Don, I can't do that. We've got everything all planned. Now, the first thing, Gloria and I, we're going to have cocktails at a little place on the beach. See? Then we're going to have dinner at the yacht club. And then we're going to dance in the new year in the Emerald Room. I hope you fellas have as much fun as I do.
Oh, Mr. Benny, there's a call for you. It's a young lady.
Oh, that must be Gloria. I'll be right back, boys.
I don't know about you guys, but I think it's pretty rotten of Jack not to be with us on New Year's Eve.
Look, fellas, Jack Benny's a big star. If he's got something else he wants to do, that's his privilege.
I'm just as glad he isn't going to be there because I always have to wake him up at midnight and wish him a Happy New Year.
Hey, Dennis, while we're waiting, how about a song?
All right. Hey, Charlie, give me an introduction, will you? Oh, an Irishman will steal your heart away. He'll bedevil you and beguile you with his hullabaloo ballet. When the brogue turns on the brogue, your heart will go astray. Oh, an Irishman will steal your heart away. An Englishman has manners, an Englishman has charm. They say it's truly difficult to ruffle his aplomb. He'll hold you and he'll kiss you, but wherever he may be. At 4 o'clock, he'll have to stop to sip a cup of tea. But an Irishman will steal your heart away. He'll bedevil you and beguile you with his hullabaloo ballet. When the brogue turns on the brogue, your heart will go astray. Oh, an Irishman will steal your heart away. A Frenchman is romantic, the French have savoir-faire. When he makes love to you, it's always très, très debonair. He'll say to you, toujours l'amour, my life on you depends. But next day he'll be making love to 3 of your best friends. But an Irishman will steal your heart away. He'll bedevil and beguile you with his hullabaloo ballet. When the rogue turns on the brogue, your heart will go astray. Oh, an Irishman will steal your heart away. The German man is steady. Ach, du lieber Kind, the German man is smart. Oh, he'll come round and round again to win the Fräulein's heart. But you can lose him easily and make him hide his face. When he comes round to see you, tell him, this is not the blade. But an Irishman will steal your heart away. If he devil you and beguile you with his hullabaloo ballet. When the rogue turns on the brogue, your heart will go astray. Oh, an Irishman will steal your heart away.
That was great. Hey, fellas, how about some more music?
Okay, Don, why don't we practice the song we're going to do at your house tonight? You know, the one where you play the tuba.
Don, you play the tuba?
Well, I kind of wanted to surprise my wife. I've been practicing all week.
Come on, Don, let's hear you do it.
Okay. Yeah, we made it. All right, Dan.
Okay. Think of saving $10, $20, $30 or more on car insurance. For careful drivers, think state farm insurance.
That's great, but next time, really do it. Really blow it.
All right, from the top again then, huh?
Think of saving $10, $20, $30 or more on car insurance. For careful drivers, think state farm insurance.
Thank you. Hello? Gloria? Well, I'm all ready and raring to go. Look, I'll pick you up in about a... What? You can't go? But, Gloria, I made reservations and everything. I'm all dressed up. I look like a doll. But, Gloria, it's New Year's Eve. You've got to go. Well, isn't there some way you can make it? You can't, eh? Well, I guess if you can't, you can't, that's all. Yeah. Well, goodbye. Happy New Year. Well, what are you staring at? Gloria had a good excuse. And she's nuts about me, too. Well, she is.
We're on our way, Jack.
Bye, Jack.
Come on, Jack.
Hey,
Happy New Year.
Hey, fellas, about tonight.
Look, Jack, you don't have to apologize to us. We understand. You're a big star, and you can go out wherever you want.
But, fellas... Have a good time, Mr. Benny. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Jack. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
You and the monkey, so why don't you look where you're going?
I'm sorry.
Well, watch it, bub.
looks like him, but it can't be. A big star like that wouldn't be alone on New Year's Eve.
Maybe we can find a bar around the corner.
I hope so. I gotta get some more scotch.
Harry, you were drinking bourbon.
I was drinking scotch.
Harry, you were drinking bourbon.
Now, look, when I say I was drinking scotch, I was drinking scotch.
And I'm telling you, you're drinking bourbon.
I'll show you. Hey, mister, would you settle an argument? Tell me, was I drinking bourbon or scotch? Tell me, what was I drinking, bourbon or scotch?
Look, fella.
I'll give you one more hint.
Look, mister. Hey, take your friend away from here, will you, please? I mean, this fallout has taken the polish off of my shoes.
Come on, Harry. No offense, Bob. Happy New Year.
Boy, what a night. Might as well get a cab and go home, I guess. Oh, it's kind of chilly. I'll get a bowl of soup.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Like a nice table by the window?
No, thank you. I'll sit over at the counter.
Oh, please sit by the window. It'll help my business if everybody see how nice my customer is dressed.
Well, I'm just having a bowl of soup, so I'll sit at the counter there.
Okay, sit by the counter. That's fine.
Thank you.
Oh, excuse me, sir. We have a nice $2 special dinner tonight. Steak, mashed potatoes, string beans, and for dessert, nice apple pie a la mode.
No, thank you.
If you sit by the window, I give it to you free.
No, thank you.
What'll it be?
I'll have a bowl of soup.
You want a sandwich or some toast with it?
No, thank you. Just soup.
You want some crackers with it?
No, just soup.
Yes. Oh, okay. Okay, here's your soup.
Thank you.
Gee, I'm sorry about tonight.
That's all right, Gloria. Forget it.
But honest, Jack, Rosie promised she'd work for me tonight.
Rosie. All the time it's Rosie. You could have let me know before the last minute.
I'm sorry.
I don't want any soup anyway. Going home.
I'll be off at 3 o'clock.
3 o'clock? Well, isn't that just dandy? I'll give your phone number to my milkman. Forgot my cane.
Oh!
Hello, Rochester.
How come you're home so early? I thought you were going out and celebrate tonight.
I was, but things didn't work out. Hey, what are you doing here so late? I thought you were going out tonight.
Oh, I am.
Well, it's almost midnight. You better hurry.
Boss, on Central Avenue, Father Time lingers till we get rolling.
Really?
Sometimes we roll right into February.
Well, you better get going, Rochester. Go ahead. Have a lot of fun tonight.
But
What are you going to do, Mr. Benny?
Oh, I'll just sit here by the fireplace and read a book and go to bed. I'm always tickled to death to get to bed anyway. Go ahead, Rochester.
Boss.
Huh?
If you're going to stay home, I'm going to stay home with you.
Oh, Rochester, now look at I'm not going to spoil your evening. Now, you go ahead and have a lot of fun. Now, go ahead.
No, I'm going to stay right here with you, and we're going to greet the New Year together.
Well, if you want to. Oh, now, wait a minute. That's ridiculous. Now, go ahead, Rochester. Please go.
No, I'm going to stay here with you.
Well, if you insist.
I'll go get a can of beer out of the icebox, and we'll drink to the New Year.
Oh, no. Listen, if you're willing to stay here on New Year's Eve and be here with me and miss your party, we're not going to open a can of beer. We're going to open a bottle of champagne.
We're going to which a what?
A bottle of champagne. Now, there's a cold bottle in the refrigerator. Go ahead and get it.
Okay.
Hurry up. Look at all those people out there. Hey, it's midnight. Rochester, hurry. Right on time.
Here's the champagne.
Well, open it. What's taking you so long?
We've never opened one before. There you are, boss.
Now yours, Rochester.
Oh, boss.
What?
I was going to take these to the party.
Well, we'll wear them here. Our own little party. Pour yourself a drink.
Right.
Happy New Year, Rochester.
Happy New Year.
Exactly what happened last New Year's Eve.
Well, it certainly is an interesting story.
Well, I've got to run along now, really. I mustn't be late to this party because everybody who is anybody in Hollywood is going to be there.
Well, Mr. Benny, you don't mind if I just stay here and fill in my notes, do you?
No.
Thanks.
Anything you want, just ask Rochester.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, goodbye.
Goodbye. Rochester, is Mr. Benny going to play his violin at the party?
Certainly. That's what they hired him for. Good night, folks. You'll see Mr. Benny next week for Lipton tea.
Remember, 1 week from tonight on this same station, be sure and watch Ann Southern in Private Secretary. The Jack Benny program has been brought to you by the American Tobacco Company, America's leading manufacturer of cigarettes.
We hope you have enjoyed our Christmas Weird-tacular. Please feel free to email us your comments about it. Also be sure to check out our blog, Facebook fan page, Twitter feed, Weird-O-Rama.com, and our Patreon page. By the way, the lie about Krampus, his day is not December 6th, it's December 5th. December 6th is St. Nicholas's Day, his partner, if you will, his tag team partner, so to speak. So, for all of us at Weird-O-Rama, this is Victor von Psychotron telling all of you to stay weird. And have a Merry Christmas.
Come in. Come closer. Closer. That's right. I'm Vincent Price. You'll be just as safe in this house of fear as any of the other 5 victims murdered by the bat. In all of the annals of mystery, there's never been a more elusive, fearsome, and cunning killer. He'll lure you through hidden passages to make you his next victim. But nobody lives forever, so why be afraid of the bat?
How long's he been dead?
Oh, I'd say about a half an hour. Do you believe it was the bat?
That's a bat's trademark.
Perhaps he's still in the house.
That's possible.
It says here that the bat never leaves no fingerprints.
That's understandable. Having no face, he probably has no fingers either.
The bat is waiting for you.